Strikers as well, but already it's going to be Mixwell on that luck, finds himself a kill, and afterplant as well for the remainder of the team, and they're going to have to try and deal with him in the flank, already being watched. Kesnet, though, has got one back.
He has, but he has no idea about koler being down below, waiting to take him down. Really, it's just about deciding on his moment to strike. koler coming up behind, has to kind of pick up the pace, and he whiffs the first few shots. That defuse is already underway. It's already almost done. koler can't get in on time, and even despite all the kills going their way, a little bit too late to the party. How he performed now on the international stage. Interesting factoid here, G2 have gone in for a force buy. They fully invested. They're already getting the reward with Nukia grabbing a double kill. Deep nade, not going to quite find anybody. That's a great start to what should have been for most teams in Eco.
Yeah, Nukia has had an incredible tournament thus far, and I think his icebox was almost like the crown jewel. The way that he played facing off against Sentinels was fantastic. However, Crew managed to find two back. The peeks out from G2 not going fantastically. The trade's going back and forth, leaving it all onto deltuc once again. Is he just going to try and get himself a sneaky defuse? There's no Sage Ball to help him this time, and Kellogg's is in fact in the back. It's
up against pistols, and this really caught them off guard when Nukia blitzed in towards the site and was up top with the Spectre. An opening double that just made it too difficult to recover once G2 entered a trade game.
Too much sometimes. It's going to be Kesnet. I think he has to have a fantastic series here today if they're going to stand any chance in this matchup, but he's been performing quite well this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Kesnet's one that we'll keep an eye on. I mean, Nagsed as well, playing in here on that Jet, especially on this map. We saw the impact in just the previous series that Jets can have on a map like this, but when it comes to G2, sure, Kellogg's is showing up, but my eyes are firmly locked on Nukia in those early round battles. The amount of space he's able to garner is absolutely amazing for his team.
He's just running him.
I don't think Nagsd's going to get anything done here. It's just being dove on by the whole team of G2.
The youngest member of Talon on the broadcast.
I was still playing the consoles, the older consoles.
Oh, okay.
You know what's up. G2 answering up right away in this round, but you know, Crew don't have that much to play with. They're saved over rifles, sure, but other than that, it's pistols to back them up. So really their potential is very low at claiming this fifth round.
Yeah, we're seeing the same execute pretty much again and again. An easy plant, nothing they can really do to deny it. There was no ability to spam, although Kesnet has picked off another. Now they're actually going to invest the res even into this one. And, well, I feel like Mixwell's been a little bit hard done by there, as Avova kind of used him as a shield.
Played Sage in a long time, so I don't know what we're talking about here. We're going back into history books right now. It's almost like we got manuals in the cases again. Instead of just a little
Is that going to be your whole game?
Theme. They're going to be in a lot of trouble, but the drone is heard, and that causes some rotates to come through. Good kill by Nagsd, but only the one. Hunter's Fury deployed here, but nothing found with it.
And already look to try and push a little bit further forward again. Nukia just on form, manages to find the kill onto Kesnet as they look to wrap around into the site. Avova almost caught a little bit here, and Klaus can push forward, but the trade is quick, still keeping the advantage with left. G2.
Yeah, tough retake for Crew. They've got the weaponry to work with. They've got a res as well, but no opportunity to pull someone back online just yet. As they close into distance, deltuc finds a frag. There's Klaus, resed right back up. Avova caught down below, and koler is the last man alive. A quick double, but the spike is down in the open. Does he guess that Mazzino's up top? With 8 seconds left, he needs to take the kill now, and Mazzino finds it. Crew have found two. They look to move in through this A side, and it's the perfect counter to the Viper's pit, putting down the drone. It doesn't manage to tag Mazzino. They suspect he'll be towards the back of the side, and that's exactly where Nukia goes. Firing it at random, he lights Mazzino to 16 HP, but he can't take him down. And so as they go on through that Viper's pit, they are picked apart.
Brown, but again, I'm liking the setup. They're being quite dynamic. Mazzino does actually peek into this one, even needed a miracle shot to find anything there, and the time is still ticking relatively low, and thankfully Nagsd is there to close it. But yeah, I like the Viper's Pit. We know about the a lot of utility coming in onto Nags. He's able to avoid most of it, but even still a peek out here could be a little bit risky. He's going to catch the arm of koler. Leave him in the dirt, look to hold the angle further. They've still not cleared him. He's surviving on the edge of the snake bite, and finally he falls. Kellogg's again with this Blade Storm, giving them some hope.
This round should be all about damage, but with a Blade Storm and a Vandal, Sight Control, and possibly a Plant, this is now starting to look doable for G2. An Operator is retrieved as Nukia falls, and keloqz is going to have to be the savior. Arez comes in onto Koldamenta, the shot whiffed. keloqz goes back down to the Blade Storm, a headshot needed, and the dismiss is perfectly timed. It's all up to Koldamenta in a 1v2. The time, not quite on his side, but what a shot to bring it into the 1v1. Spectre in hand as he looks to peek and still sticking it. Kesnet takes him down just in time. Crew push up to 5, but it would have just been crunched in on, and instead, he manages to grab those valuable openings, and once again, that's what he'll be finding with Mixwell down, Viper utility.
Mazinho very low. The drone looking to try and spar these aggressive positions upon Nukia has no choice but to try and get more aggressive. The movement is just beautiful though, and he's given his team a chance alongside Koldamenta and Avova, who's found another.
deltuc having to make this clutch happen, but an ice wall in his possession. He could potentially buy himself a little bit of time to get that defuse at least halfway. They're spraying through, not quite catching him yet. He goes for the fight. He needs to take them down now. The time is too low, and he finds the first, but that is all he'll get. Nice. It's actually kind of disgusting.
This becomes very difficult indeed. Kesnet only going to be getting one. The Guardian retrieved, but they are being slaughtered on their way back through. And again, to try and hide off the back of his teammate, but oh dear, this could be a problem. He's going to try and sit within it, not expecting them to clear him after that long, but UK still going to be there to check it. Already a double man opener, and actually the peek in, he's going to get dropped. keloqz, that is a little bit awkward, but he will get himself the kill. Even dash out of there. The Blade Storm online to confirm another triple kill for him. This has been a crazy half for keloqz. He's eventually dropped.
Oh, guys, let's relax. They're hunting him down. They really wanted to take Nags out of the game, but now he's in a 1v2, time limited. If he finds this first pick, things could really spiral out of control. Really running out. He's got to just dive in and look to find these kills. So 180 kill them. And he knows this isn't going to be happening. There it is, 7 rounds at the halftime for G2, and they're really closing in the distance, grabbing the plants already. Nice nade going down with the snake bite yet again, and so Mazinho will fall. G2's utility has been on point. It's such a tight game, they need much more, and Mixwell down to the aggressive play coming out of Klaus. That's what we know him for, and Crew have taken the man advantage for a second.
Oh yeah, it's not lasted long at all. In fact, they're all getting slaughtered. It's left all on to Klaus. 1 versus 2, and the right clicks are not going to be great in this scenario. The wall hasn't actually sectioned him off. He can just walk straight around it. The angle is being held though by Koldamenta, and they opt to fight it together. G2 will claim the second pistol round. Damage he might have liked. Wall actually not in play here. So getting the spike down is actually going to be fairly difficult. Other than the screen, they have nothing to defend themselves.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to force the fights, and they've taken Mixwell down. Now the opportunity to plant is there. 20 seconds left. As you can see, the aggression down through spawn is working out for them. Crew really getting away with murder to start this one off. And Klaus, potential clutch doesn't go his way, but I said that stripping some shields off these players from as they make this retake happen. Crew almost guaranteed a plant out of this one.
Spike planted.
They didn't spot Avova. He's got them completely off guard. Oh! deltuc turns, but not in time to save Mazinho. Still, 1 kill has been found.
Yeah, they're getting slaughtered. It's left all onto deltuc to try and cut this out. He's already managed to find himself a couple. The right clicks could do it, but Nukia just... It didn't even do anything. Like, it was only, I think, the last kill that came out for Nukia. The rest of it was like the pistols. So realistically, they're probably going to feel a little bit hard done by it. The blast packs at the end as well. I didn't even really notice that the last time. He was particular. You're looking at a Sage Wall. I mean, imagine if you still had one right now, pop it down. There's a Shock Dart kill on the Nags. That's a big blow right away. The Operator really not connecting. I mean, he's just gone in. Nukia giving a kill for free, and the spray from deltuc in the corner. He takes 3 kills, and keloqz is all alone. The Operator looking to run and save, but he can't even get away. What a round from deltuc. Great positioning. Shell shocked as to what I just witnessed. Walking through as well, they all get pinged on the way past. The scam was just perfect. He knew exactly who was going to be running through it. Yeah, even switches weapons halfway through. What a round.
Pistols that have stacked up on corners. Instead, they allow G2 to make a mistake. But with 50 seconds left, they do have to pick up the pace with that double opening. It should be a clean round.
Yeah, again, it might just be for Nukia to try and save something here. Bring the rifle through into the next, still have the extra credits that he saved to potentially drop something over to another player. And Mixwell has absolutely nothing. Instead, kyedae though, he's just going to go through with the ace. A wonderful round from him. He is performing to an incredible...
So obviously we talked about kyedae, and I said, sure, on the operator, he hasn't really shown up for me. He hasn't been the player that we saw coming into the last couple of days of play. But when he has those blade storms online, when he has the Phantom in his hands, he hasn't missed. He's been looking fantastic. With a minute on the clock, crew don't need to feel shoehorned into taking this fight.
Here.
Into pushing this B side. Oh my god, what a shot out of kyedae. Here we go. Now he's starting to show up. Mazino looking to take that peek, and he goes the exact same way as the rest of his team. That was even a tag out of the man himself. Leaving deltuc on 20 HP. He'll start to heal up, but up against an operator, it wouldn't make a difference. Certainly a headshot from a vandal. Looking better and better, and with this operator now starting to find the groove. That was such a nice shot.
Yeah, back-to-back. Prime Gaming flawless, but for opposing sides, not something you're going to see too often, but again, we start to see this man celebrate a little bit more. He is definitely having... kyedae now looking to lead the charge once again. He's been doing fantastically well. Does a over actually check the top? He's going to get boosted over, and now they have themselves the Viper's Pit to get into this after plant. Even going to reposition where they actually plant the spike to leave it in the open. kyedae can't quite land the shot, but kyedae has got rid of deltuc. That's him out of the round. He's been one of the more clutch players so far for crew.
Because Avova was taken down, no res to play with. Showstopper, pinpoint accurate, in with the Hunter's Fury for a double tag up, and this is absolutely clean from G2. kyedae will be taken down, but kyedae needs another big play. The spike is being stuck. It's almost fully diffused, and he can't get out of there to take the kill. 13-9. G2 take map number 1.
Yeah, I think it was expected that they would go into Icebox favored in this series as a whole.
So that they're not aware that kyedae is already in the corner, but he's now being spotted.
kyedae has been tagged incredibly low. We're seeing darts being lined up, and this could be the death of kyedae. An awkward fight, but one that is won, and the remaining defenders are locked out of the site. They haven't even really done any damage here either.
Yeah, strong start for crew now, just looking to take down the final 3 players on G2. Hot hands into the corner, not going to reach Mazino. He's obviously tucked up behind that ice wall. They can just wait for these players to crunch on in. Mazino runs out and takes the fight. It's weak decision making, but you have to be punished for it to really matter, and that's where G2 need to come in strong now. kyedae holding down as they push out of short, and he still gets free! What is that? How with the blade storm for a 4th? How? He got flashed! He had his back turned, and he still eliminates the entire team on crew's side! I really don't. And with the Vandal as well, you know, if the guy's got a Phantom, I'll give him a couple more brownie points, but gets it done with the even harder weapon to make those transfers on. Let's get a replay of that. Yeah, beautiful. Right.
Worst thing, I think one of them gets caught by their own flash, which
Filthy.
is Klaus is completely blind there, but even still, like, that is just ridiculous. And I think Mazino's just like, well, my friends are going to have killed him, so I'll just go in with the ball and make sure no one can rotate.
Well, stand up, go on. Oh, he didn't stand. 1 minute push out of crew. They're going in towards the C side of Bova on the back, and a missed blade storm. That's going to be dangerous. Mixwell's still alive and good for a 2nd kill, but they've already dealt with the Vova, so the site is now theirs. That wall down to block them out. I doubt kyedae tries to make too aggressive of a play through it. They'll wait for his teammates, and with Nukia still having a curveball, 2 in fact online, they have a good shot of entering back into this site.
Trying to bait them out a little bit, but deltuc is going to land the shot initially. Mazino gets decent timing on the peak, and with both players coming through this angle, it seems almost impossible. kyedae desperately low, and the bullets don't quite connect.
For crew.
Yeah, it's a shame. There's some really good retake ultimates available at the moment for G2, but they just don't have the weaponry that it's worth investing them into. Like, a lockdown here would be a little bit audacious, especially with the afterplant that allows them to go all the way back to long. But that's the interesting thing. So far, they've been playing within the sites. They've also left a lurk behind them. They actually do Pop dances Fury though, and with a kill found, it gives them an opportunity, but now there's going to be a lockdown. Just looking to try and confirm this. They don't expect Kesnit to be within the site. Now kyedae might be able to get rid of the lockdown, but they're now just playing this one together. The crossfire, so good from Crew. Definitely not as clean as they would have liked, but again, they bait out an ult.
Is there. kyedae has pulled out the Odin, and I'm a big fan of this weapon.
Really?
In case you don't know.
Oh,
but it is a little bit harder to use when it comes to this map. What isn't harder to use is the Op and the Vandal, and we've already seen picks come in with those weapons to give a 2-man advantage to G2.
Yeah, the Operator always going to be giving the opportunity to kyedae to take extra ground, especially on a map like this, and kyedae, you're not even smiling. You don't even expect it at this stage.
It's kyedae. Come on, I've come to expect these kind of plays from my boy. Using it around Garage in particular, it's where there's just the most wall-bangable walls to play on. So many surfaces to play around. The Crew are in a really tough position now. Nags finds one, but look who's on the backside. Nuke, you're ready to take him down, swinging in.
Lockdown positions like A, or go for these more aggressive plays into mid. It's going to give them much more of an opportunity to take these more aggressive plays. I think also just having it in a retake spot if you need it is so valuable, or if you're a man down to go for a more risky play in the trade. Already put out, he's going to have to fall back.
This time around, no Killjoy utility to lock down the C-side. kyedae takes down one right away. Avova looking for damage, spraying through with the silencer. They can't find the tracers, and they can't find the kills. Crew completely whittled down to just 2 players. Mazzino on the backside after healing up receives a knife to the face, and that will do it for G2.
Nerf the Odin so that Mitch shuts up.
Look at this, Mixwell keeps on going and grabs a double. Wallbangs not just reserved for the LMG and the HMG, I suppose. He is taken down eventually though in that aggression. Problem is, Spike is down on short. That was, that I'm not noticed. This is quite terrible with 12 seconds left, but kyedae goes back to clear the angle. Nags is now down. He's out for more and out for blood. 1 player remaining. No time and no players to even get that spike planted.
kyedae is genuinely putting himself in contention for the player of the tournament so far. Like, he has been God tier. And every single battle he takes here is an intelligent one. Utilizing his smokes to make sure that they can't peek him at the same time. The positioning around the whole thing was just perfect.
Stand up again, didn't he?
Really did. Now they've got the bait and switch here. The turret, give up the position. A shot from kyedae's landed. They're not going to check the corner, and this just gives free roam for Mixwell to find 3 kills. Any danger in this round quickly diminished.
We've seen this A-hold most successfully coming into play, and it has been glorious. Like 1v2s, 1v3s, the amount of duels he's taking that he wins out, and he's not gonna stand up this time around.
I love how he tells his team, do the book. He's still feeling confident to repeat this, and I am genuinely terrified for when they opt to face into this angle. So ready, so much control taken, and you can see the confidence out of G2 at this point.
Rare that you see the wall used like that to just get him out of position. In fact, you rarely ever see it deployed. kyedae, good for 1. No follow-up on it. It's a 4v2, though. That, you know what? Considering how he's been playing, we'll give him that. He can play a little bit more aggressive on that, and he's got teammates to work with. Mixwell shutting down Mazzino to leave delzik in the 1v4. And although he'll get the first, there's plenty more to come. The half finished out, of course.
Yeah, and it looks like aggression is going to be that solution, at least in the early stage of the round. kyedae, though, he's just not stopping. Mazzino at least puts the brakes on a little bit, as he does manage to find himself a couple. But they've got Mixwell lurking on the other side of the map. Something we mentioned in the last is...
Problem is, Nuki on the other side. Got a little something to play with. A molly in hand, ready to deploy. And that's going to cut off some of the roots. It doesn't even matter, though, because look at the HP. Look at how low delzik was. Nukia easily taking him down and putting 8 on the...
Well, Crew have got to try and keep that going as well.
It's not feeling all too likely, though, to start out here. Now, just take a look at what Crew have, first of all. Let's be very clear. They're not exactly stacked up on cash. They're not looking all too healthy in the bank account department. Oh my god, did delzik just repeat that on 21 HP with the Oni Phantom? What's wrong with this man? He's a lunatic. I guess he couldn't have ran away, really.
Oh, speaking of lunatic.
kyedae, oh, how's he alive? How's he alive?
Oh, no!
He was flash flashed up in
Delete
the
the
open.
VOD.
And
Delete
Kesnet
the
tries
VOD.
for a knife kill. What a way to close out that battle. That was close as well. I mean, he stepped out of the
got
way.
him. I think that's just, you just turn off your PC.
Look, if he was ADS walking up there, he probably would have walked right into it. That could have been hilarious. Koler does find the kill. We're moving forward.
It was 5-1.
It was, Tom, yeah. It's been a couple of rounds in a row. Oh, God.
I think it might be more than a couple.
A few, a handful.
A few. No,
Look at that smile. Look at that. That's the smile of a man who knows he
Some
shouldn't
would
be
say
alive. Try and get out of there if he wants to really play aggressive, and by the looks of it, he does.
The Seeker's invested. A lot being put into this round. He's taken some control, but the push through only grants a trade. It still keeps the defense in the advantage. They're also going to throw in the res. They know how important this round is, and only 2 players currently still stand. It's left all onto Avova. A 1 versus 5, the defusal already happening, and Nags will be there to grant them their first round after.
Holding for the re-aggression down through C, but Nuki is going to be the point man to walk right on in. The turret catches him to start, a big whiff as deltuc takes him down, but he will be eliminated on the fallback. Koler again with the wallbang frags. That knife coming out could have been a little bit dangerous if it wasn't for the cover up behind.
Oh, nice shot from Klaus. That's a huge kill to give them an opportunity in this round. They also have the ability to retake here, and the heals can be given over. Vova needs to hit some solid timing, has the paranoia to hold them back, but the flash is even better. Pushing them into position. Both lockdowns put in at once as Kesnet finds the trade. It's left onto Vova once again, and he has to destroy the ultimate before he can get anywhere near the spike. The fact is, though, they've not got on the defusal. He'll push through the smoke and find himself another. It's left onto the 1 versus 1. And Nags looks to try and get it halfway. Avova looking to sneak his way back through. The bait has been taken, and Nags will keep them in the round. It's 7 on the board for Crew, but definitely too close.
And this is selling to Crew that this is a B hit, but in fact, there's still players waiting outside A. Well played by Nags to still cover that angle, but Kellogg's eliminating deltuc means the C side has fallen. And unless Mazzino goes for a ludicrous play, he's just on the site through a smoke, catching Avova off guard. That was strange. It's a 3 versus 2, but low HP on a couple of players.
Planted.
It's not far away from at least finding something on the wallbang. Oh, doesn't actually connect. There's a few whiffs coming through that could be the difference for Crew. They had opportunities in this round, but there is no choice but to try and save, and Kellogg's is going to be there to close.
Oh, here we go, kicking it off. The Blade Storm, used up by Nags. He is slowly creeping up. Mazzino trapped in the corner, the wall broken. He has absolutely no way out. They know he hasn't crossed because of the molly that's in play. Kellogg spots him out, and now they'll just peek him together, shutting down. Oh, Kellogg's in for another. It's not just the Sage that falls, but Jet as well. And the A site now completely open.
They make a move back into the A site. A passive hold for the majority of the players on the G2 side. Koler in this corner, he could be there, he could be isolated, and in fact he's going to get both kills! The new boy in this G2 roster, one of many which was formed to create this super team. They were top 4 just about in EMEA, and now they've already made the top 4 here in Berlin.
That is an incredible storyline.